two curious blondes, intrigued by mindfulness and embodiment in practice.
Okay, hello again. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Estelle. Welcome back to our Curious Blondes, number seven. So today we are continuing talking about our practices. So last time we were thinking more about the concept and something more about all about our practice. And this time it's going to be a little bit more in depth because we're going to actually do some practice with you. So I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight into what we do and how we help our clients. So Estelle, would you like to start by introducing more about embodiment coaching? Tell us something more about how it works to help see the practice.
Yeah, sure. First of all, as I told last time, embodiment is it's like a big container of many layers. So it's really a big scale of practice or of tools that you can use, that I use, and that we as persons can use. But it starts in the end also with where you are, Helen, in the mindfulness. So we're starting always to find our ground, our center, which are two different things, by the way. But to find that peace within, to get more connected to everything within you, without you. And then by that starting point and coming to terms with your environment and yourself, then it has this scale of different ways of inquiry, of way of finding out more about a challenge or a pain or even a general stuckness that we sometimes experience. We can dive into that, or if you really want to change, or you find a way for I want to focus more on that, how to embody that more. So in global, that's what the practice embodiment beholds, but also the coaching. And just as a general, when we start, and I'll talk to you, Helen, just to make it more vivid for someone who's listening. So just to get there in a more centered way, we can do some breaths, of course, and you know that too. You probably will tell us more about that. But there are also other things to get more calm. For example, sounds. So, for example, if you feel you're still out there, you can hum or make a sound like ah.
I like that.
Yeah, or and it's nice, it's funny, it makes it a little bit light, right? It's something happens there. So you're already sending this message to your body, to your nervous system. That's okay, it's okay. And other things so probably everyone by now has heard about the vagus nerve, which is the central nerve that controls the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, which is a mouthful. Don't want to drive in there, but just in general, the nerve is the most profound here on the region of your neck and around your ear. So just by calming yourself, you could do these small touches in your neck, and just try. And when you are doing this, also be aware of your hands, the cold, the warmth. Do you feel touching yourself? And are you feeling differences, maybe left and right? It's a different feeling. And
Nice.
even
And do you
you
do
can,
this in the mornings? Is this something you do in
yeah,
the
this is a
mornings?
very nice
Yeah.
in the morning, and even like uh, getting your ears and moving your ears around. There are many nerves. Of course, probably everyone knows about acupuncture. You have these
Yeah.
points in your ears, but also this is a very calming way of calming yourself and your nervous system, and even awakening, like you're saying, in the morning.
Nice.
How's that?
Feels nice. Yes, it
Yeah,
feels
it's
nice.
nice, huh?
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah. Yeah.
easy, and it's very, maybe you see with children, if they get tired, they
Yes.
they they suck,
And
like
they
the
rub your
sucking is
ear.
also very, but usually uh,
Yes.
they
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah. Uh-huh.
instinctively know. So yeah, having this done, you feel already, well, I don't know if you feel, but I already
Feel
feel more calm
nice. Yes,
and
definitely.
more there and more present. Okay, and then in from this state, I will ask you, do you have a challenge for yourself or a situation that is challenging
I
in
do.
your mind?
I
Yeah?
do. Yeah.
You don't need to tell me. So this is also embody, and we don't need to go into the storyline. So you can just hold it for yourself, and do the inquiry more in your head, or you can tell whatever you choose to. So let's just keep it like this. You have your
Mm-hmm.
challenge, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will ask you to come and stand. You have space there.
I do.
I didn't tell you before.
You didn't warn me about that.
No, it's even a better. I need to adjust to.
I'm gonna have to
My
stand over
camera is
here if
not
that's okay.
interactive today. So, but now the audience can also, the watcher can also take some time. Oh, can I see you standing, please? So I can.
I don't think my
Sorry about.
no, my iPad's not going to let you see me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no problem,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay, so I will be the example then. So you have this challenge, and imagine like this situation. Like it's a situation with someone in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine this person in front of you where you feel this challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and just take a moment. Imagine this person and that conversation or that moment of, yeah, feeling out of balance and feeling challenged. Okay. So do you notice something in your body? How does it react to this situation?
I
Can
can
you
feel
explain? Yeah.
a tension in my chest. I would say a
A
tension in
tension
my
in your chest.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's high on your chest, like in your heart zone.
It's kind of in my throat and chest, so it's feels like it's that communication part.
Okay. For the sake of this maybe it's better you can return to sit. I will stand, but you can sit so I can see you. Yeah. Now it's
So
up, so it's okay.
feel
So it's
here.
more than okay, more in the throat
Yeah.
area. Okay. Okay, can you amplify a little bit this feeling? Like what happens then when you amplify this feeling? So it's not very comfortable, but
I can feel my breath being a bit shorter. I can
mhm.
have the sensation that I don't want to continue thinking about it. My mind wants to jump to a different distraction. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's very uncomfortable, right? It's
Mhm.
this, and like I see a little bit like, or I feel a little bit like this, right? This
Shoulders up.
like
Yes. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Let it go. Let's shake it off for a moment. So now imagine how would you want to feel in this situation?
Yes, breathing normally, shoulders down, feeling like my communication is open, feeling calm. Yeah.
Okay, so a more relaxed situation. So can you again, you can even close your eyes for a minute again, see this person in front of you, and imagine yourself with this posture. More free, more relaxed, deeper breaths. Imagine that in this position, you address what you want to address to this person. How is that?
So much easier than in real life.
Yeah, it is. It is. But you could practice this. You could try, like we're doing this. Imagine that person, or stand in front of the mirror and imagine that you're looking to that person and start to talk. Talk whatever you want to say, what is holding you normally, or what is bugging you with this person. And while doing this more and more, it becomes more comfortable and more easy. And then you try it out with someone that you know that is very trustworthy, and you build up this growth of still having this posture, still being open in your throat, still having that breath, and then addressing this person in real life on a certain point, whenever you feel ready or when it happens, because sometimes life
Yes.
brings you
Yeah.
to this. So that's a way of learning more about using your body as a way of inquiry, but also as a way of growing, of changing something.
Does
So
that practice have a name, Estelle? Is that do you refer to that practice as anything in particular?
it's a little bit like I think it's under the hood of dissociation, not dissociation, distinction
Distinction.
method,
Yeah.
distinction
Nice.
method.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we can even amplify this in another way. Imagine, so maybe you can tell a little bit what is the most difficult part of this challenge. What is can you tell us a little bit about it without calling the person, but just what is it that happens with you?
Yes, it's about dealing with a family member who's very unhappy about some of the things that I do, or the way that my life sometimes goes, and they want to spend more time with me. And because we live abroad and we spend a lot of time traveling, we don't get that much time. And as a family member, they want to see me more, basically. Yeah. So it's trying to work out how to encourage this family member to feel good in themselves, but also how to support by seeing me as well.
Yeah, so that sounds a little bit like a coaching way of looking to the person, which is wonderful, of course. But just back to yourself, what is it? So do you feel that it's hard for you to keep a boundary? Is it about that? Or do you don't feel respected?
I think it's because it's a family member, I think, and a close family member, I think I want to fix it for them. So I feel like it's my responsibility to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I feel
Okay.
responsible for whatever's upsetting them. Yeah.
Yeah. So in a way, that's a boundary, right? Because a natural boundary would say, okay, this is your responsibility and this is mine.
Yeah.
And you extend you're too flexible in a way, right?
Yes.
Is
I want
that
to
okay?
make it right for them. I want
Yeah.
to kind of play the mother role and sort of say,
Mhm.
there, yeah, I'll make
Yeah.
this right for you, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
yet it's 50-50, really, isn't it?
Right. In an adult relationship,
Yes.
we both have our responsibility, and it ends there on a certain level. So I would say, can we work with boundaries? That good for you? Does
I
it
think
feel
that's
it's a good
excellent.
word? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So to amplify that power of boundary, you have different ways of because all the qualities are in us, but some qualities we are find difficult, or we even are not aware that we have them, and or not develop them more or more present. So there are two ways to little bit look into that. Can you imagine someone in front of you, or someone in your mind that you know is very good in holding boundaries?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So imagine that person, and imagine that person in front of you. I would normally do this also more standing because it's more flexible, but for this situation, we'll keep it. Imagine that you have this person, him or she, in front of you, and you step into their body. So you can close your eyes for a minute if that helps. So imagine the person in front of you, and you're stepping in this body like a suit. You putting on this body as a suit around you. And you feel in a certain way, you feel this person now. It's like covering you. You're feel these qualities of this person grow in you, and there's a small shift. How is this?
Yeah, it's interesting.
What happens? What is
It's making
happening?
me smile because they are the same height as me, and I'm quite short. So it's making me smile that the suit actually fits.
It's a good fit. It's a good
Yes,
fit.
yeah. Yes, I think it's it's sort of thinking, what would this person feel, or how do I feel in this person's body?
Right. And you can even make this bigger. Now we're going to stand it because I don't need to see you. You can try for a moment to move like this person.
Mm-hmm.
So how does this person walk? How does this person talk? How does this person move his or her arms or legs or facial expression? And try to really embody this person a little bit, moving around, and then coming closely back to the back to the. How was that?
I liked that. Yes, I like
I
that.
liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit exaggerated because I probably
Yeah,
haven't studied the person really, their moves and everything, but nice to imagine that I was this person.
right. And it could be interesting to study them for
Yeah.
just for learning.
Mhm.
And of course, it doesn't matter even if it's true or not. It's about how you see them or feel them, and having this quality of that boundary that we were talking about in this challenge. And with this suit on, you could try to get more comfortable in this suit and see, okay, in this suit, in this person, how would he or she approach this situation?
Mhm. Yes, I like that.
And then go further and further. And of course, it's way too short now to go more, but we can expand. You can expand that for yourself. Just yeah, putting on that suit and feeling. So what she or he or she will say, and what is it that makes he or she better in boundary? What is it? What do you feel there? Like, it's a full investigation and way too long for now, but yeah, something maybe to play for you in the future.
Mm, I like that. I like it. Almost feels like Superwoman or Superman with the Superman
Definitely.
cape kind of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
definitely. Actually, that's really it's really a way. We can extend a little bit of that. Like, okay, let's stand. You can go. I will do it for you, and you can stand and make yourself like Superwoman with the cape around you, and like and your chest in the front, and I know, or even like the hands maybe in the front, going there, yeah, and this is my life, this is my space, I'm here taking my space, yeah. And just feel this space expand around you, and feel the power of Superwoman in you, because you are too. We just forget that we are that. Okay, and then coming back again. As Superwoman.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so that's also a way. So someone that you know, like in daily life, or this figure, or this maybe even guru, or someone even like a comic book character. It all helps you remember that what is already in you. That can help you shift your way of approaching this difficulty.
I like that. And I like, because sometimes when you have a difficulty or a problem, you tend to go inwards. It tends to be this sensation of feeling tension, and everything feels like it's gone inwards. The reflection goes inwards. So I love this idea of going outwards and having this sort of new way, if you like, of looking at it. It's very refreshing. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
for that.
it's,
Yeah.
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 That's definitely about embodiment. Yeah, because usually we go in, we get more blocked, right? It's like, wow.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And it's all about, there's like the many colors we have in life, that many kinds of shapes we can be too. I mean, there's so many ways of approaching yeah, things in general, but even more these challenges or difficulties. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming
Thank
along.
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's sort of, it's a little snapshot of what you do. And I love the movement that you have with it. I wasn't expecting to stand up. Apologies, my camera's not set up for it. But yeah, I love the movement that you bring into it. That feels great. And as I
Yeah.
say, it just feels like you're changing the whole energy of everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I see another Helen now in front of me doing this after this. So it's, yeah, I hope everyone sees this too, but I can see something is out there, something broke open, and it's nice. And it's also for me, it's selfishly said, I
Yeah,
also like it
good.
because it's the daily practice for me too in this way. So yeah, but yeah, this is a small snapshot, and of course there are numerous different ways to approach this. But yes, movement and moving and using the body as an inquiry, and to get to another perspective and another embodiment, another
Yeah.
embodiment. So that's yeah, that's what embodiment coaching behelds. So again, thank you for that. Now I'm very curious about your mindfulness and well-being coaching, Helen.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you can tell a little bit more about that and do something with me.
Yes, absolutely. So mainly I do courses. So I run short courses. They tend to be sort of 5-6 week courses, because it's been proven that actually this kind of time can make a massive difference to how you're feeling, how you practice. It's a good start. With mindfulness to get your breathing, to get some kind of rhythm and balance in life. But I also do one-to-one as well. And I tend to to follow a similar formula to help people really get to grips with mindfulness and to really introduce it into their lives and create perhaps this balance on a day-to-day basis. So usually we start with breath work. This is fundamentally, as you know, Estelle, we breathe so many times a day, and yet we don't realize how important our breath is. Or perhaps we don't even realize that when we get anxious, our breath is actually very shallow. We perhaps only breathe into the top of our lungs and everything. So breath work is a very big starting point for me for mindfulness. And from there, we investigate taking care of ourselves and sort of things like morning routines, how you wake up in the morning, your frame of mind, and how mindfulness can actually help put you, if you like, in the right mindset for your day. And also it can help remind you during the day of taking a break, just taking a little pause from life and giving yourself a bit of space to allow the whole nervous system and the whole body to just relax from time to time. And then from there, we go on to looking at problems, looking at how to deal with anxiety, sleep problems, and different things like that. And from there on to how to begin to see things in a very simple, but perhaps a more contented way. We live in a society that's forever searching for something better. And I think mindfulness encompasses about really enjoying what you have and living in the present, living in this sort of present feeling rather than going back over your past so much and planning too much for your future. So this is sort of encompasses the course, really. So what I thought I'd do with you today is really have a look at how the breath starts. And it's a practice, so it's a starting point. And it's a way to begin to feel in your body what happens when you start noticing your breath. And then I'm going to move it on to a practice called loving kindness, which is a very, very old traditional practice. Dates back from Buddhism and different things, but I think is very relevant today. It's all about the idea of taking care of yourself. And then if you've taken care of yourself and you're feeling centered and grounded, you can then help other people. So this kind of ripples out. It's people are attracted to people who are feeling or looking anchored, sure, confident, content. People find them attractive. And this is what you give out, this aura, when you have this in your life. So this loving kindness is about making sure you are feeling content and in the right place in life. And then through that, you can share it with others. Yeah. So, and this is a sitting down practice, so you don't need to, you can have a little relax. So I'm going to start the practice with the breath. So the breath really is the core. It's the whole ethos, I think, of mindfulness. And it's sometimes the most difficult thing for people to start because they have ideas like, I can't do meditation, my mind is busy, and they have all these sort of things going around of why they can't do it. So we're just going to see if we can spend a few minutes just simply following the breath, and I'm going to guide you through it. All right. And so the position that we often recommend is that you're seated more than lying down, and that your feet are both flat on the floor, and then your hands are either on your lap, on your knees, or you can put them one on top of the other. And just making sure that your shoulders feel quite relaxed and that your back is supported and that your head is feeling sort of quite central. And then if it feels comfortable, lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. And starting by taking some deep breaths, if you can, through the nose, and just feeling this oxygen going all the way down through your body and back out again. And these deep breaths are helping every part of your body and mind relax. And then when you're ready, coming back to your natural breath. And if it feels comfortable, breathing in through the nose. And just seeing if you can follow your breath. Just see if you can follow it in through the nose, past the throat, to the chest and the lungs, and back up again. Not trying to change it, just seeing if you can notice the rhythm. And if your mind wanders, just see if you can bring it back to the breath. Noticing when you take in that first breath through the tip of the nose, how does that air or that oxygen feel? Is it cool? Does it feel a bit ragged? How does it feel when you take it in? And what about when you let it out at the end of the out breath? Does it feel any different? Does it feel warmer, having been round your body? Does it feel any smoother? So just using the inquiring mind, following the breath, in and out. And sometimes what's quite nice to do is to have a little mantra. And my favourite mantra is to breathe in. And as you breathe in, you say, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. And as you breathe out, breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Sometimes you can just shorten it to breathing in, breathing out. But I quite like breathing in, I know I'm breathing in, breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. So continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Continuing to follow the breath, not change it. And using the little mantra. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Again, if your mind is monkey minding all over the place, bring it back to the breath. And now see if you can imagine taking some deep breaths. And imagine that breath going all the way down to your feet and back again. Just saturating your body with oxygen. Feeling the freshness of the breath go all the way through the body and back. Almost like a waterfall of air and oxygen, flowing all the way down the front of your body to your feet, and then all the way up to the top of your body again, and out through the nose. And then when you're ready, coming back to the room, back to your natural breath, and opening your eyes. Estelle, how are you feeling? big smile. That's always good.
Yeah, well, it's lovely. Um, I'm feeling calm. Yes, it was good after more exercises just before we started. It's nice to calm again. I noticed also, so I do everything with my eyes open because I also meditate with my eyes open. So I've just had my gaze down.
Good.
And as soon as you start to breathe more consciously, I don't know if you, I see this brightness immediately of the colors. It's like,
Right.
wow.
Yeah.
It's so simple, just a few breaths, and that, like, wow, it opens another spectrum almost. That's what I felt immediately, and further along, I really like your mantra, and I sometimes use your mantra. I learned it from you,
Yeah.
uh, and especially for me, it works well when it's very busy around me.
Mm-hmm.
So because that's now we are still in a more quiet space, but it's difficult, I think, for most people to like not be attached with all those things around you. And then that mantra for me helps me really help keep the breath while around me is maybe chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that part of your
Absolutely. And it's really
yeah,
interesting with the mantra. It's almost like your brain becomes wired into it, and
right,
it becomes your safe space. It becomes your safe phrase, if you like. This idea of breathe. My husband says to me, come on, breathe. It's that you can feel everything building up, and then you just take a breath, and then you just return to that place of calm. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes to return to that place of calm. And you're
right,
right, when things are going crazy around you, that's what you need to be able to use the breath, to be able to take some time. And with some time, you get then a moment of pause. And with the pause, you get some clarity, you get some sense of calm, so that when your next move, whatever it needs to be, is from a place of much more calm than a place of panic, basically. Yeah. And that's
right.
sort of the
Right. And it's so beautiful because it's always there, right? This is
always
always
there. Yeah.
present. And even I was seeing someone next to me in the plane when I was flying back home a few days ago. And just that simpleness of breath, of the anxiety coming because of the flight, it's there. It's always there. And sometimes it's nice to help remember someone just next to you to just
Absolutely.
breathe.
Absolutely.
But yes, it's always available.
Yes, I had a little old lady fall over a few months ago in the street, and we were just waiting for the ambulance, and I just took her hand and just got her to breathe with me. And she didn't ask me anything, she was quite elderly, and I was just holding her hand and said, just breathe, just breathe. And I was just calming her down, and just because obviously after a fall, everything is going on, kind of thing.
Right?
And it was
Yeah.
just such a privilege for me just to sit and be with her, to help, basically, until the
Right.
medics arrived and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
And
something.
holding the hand is also very
Absolutely, the
powerful.
contact,
Eh?
the
we
contact.
we we don't we don't we're not aware about how powerful, or just sitting next to someone and being calm has, like we say, we call that co-regulation, just being there.
Mhm.
And you don't even need to say, but if you breathe and you sigh very deeply, usually even the dog next to you will do the same.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love having my dog come next to me, because he's like,
Yeah.
or a child, or a baby. That whole breathing, trying to sort of listen to their breathing, and just feeling that calmness. Yeah, it's again, it's a simplicity. It's not a difficult thing if you practice it gradually, kind of thing. So now the second thing we're going to do is this, as I say, is the loving kindness. And I particularly like this because it's something that I use with all the family and friends sometimes. And when I first started it, I found the practice to be, I don't know, a little bit woo-woo, a little bit sort of out there, a little bit, does this really help? But I love that it is such a simple practice, and it is practiced by so many people all around the world. And that's, for me, that feels like we're bringing everyone together. And that's, and because it's such an old practice, that's what I think I like about it now. So I encourage you to take that same starting position, just feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your spine supported. And if it feels comfortable, lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. And then really starting in that same position of taking some deep breaths. This to me signals to the mind and the body that this is your time, it's time to relax. So taking those deep breaths through the nose, and imagine it going all the way down through your body to your feet and back up again. And then when you're ready, coming back to your natural breath. And breathing in through the nose and noticing it passing your throat, your chest, your lungs, maybe your belly, and then back up again. Noticing the breath, not trying to change it, just noticing your natural rhythm. Maybe using the mantra again, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in, breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Now we're going to bring to mind and start with this practice. And I want you to imagine you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Might be something that you do every morning, might not be. And as you look at yourself, I want you to look into your eyes in your mind. I want you to smile at yourself in your mind. I want you to repeat these words to yourself. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy and at peace. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy and at peace. Imagine looking into your eyes, smiling, safe, happy, healthy, at peace. Now I want you to bring to mind someone that you love. You don't need to spend time choosing one particular person, just anyone that pops up into your mind. I want you to imagine looking at them, standing in front of you, looking into their eyes, smiling and holding their hands. And I want you to say to them, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy and at peace. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy and at peace. Just imagining the detail of their face, their eyes, the touch of their hands, their smile. Wishing them these things. Now I want you to bring to mind someone who's in your world that you respect. Maybe someone from your work, maybe someone from your community, someone that you respect. Again, don't take time worrying about which choice, just whoever pops up into your mind. Imagining in your mind's eye that you're looking at them, looking at their eyes, smiling at them, and saying these words to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy and at peace. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy and at peace. Now bringing to mind someone that's a little bit tricky for you. Someone that's kind of caused a few little problems in your life. And imagine standing in front of them. Imagine looking into their eyes. Imagine smiling at them. And imagine saying these words to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy and at peace. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy and at peace. Now bringing to mind all your family. Imagining you're sat round a table, sharing some food or dinner together, and you're smiling round at all your family together. And you're looking at them all, and you're saying with a big smile, may you all be safe. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy and at peace. May you all be safe. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy and at peace. Now imagining that you can shout from the mountaintop to everyone that can hear you all around the world. Imagining that your voice could be the voice that everybody could hear. Imagining just everybody looks up and listens and hears and sees you. And what do you say to them all? Everybody, may you all be safe. May you all be happy. May you all be healthy. And may you all be at peace. What an amazing thing to wish for everybody. And when you're ready, taking some deep breaths, maybe imagining sitting down on your mountain, closing your eyes on the top of this mountain, just pleased to have wished everyone the best. And when you're ready, coming back to the room and opening your eyes.
Beautiful.
How are
Very
you
beautiful.
feeling?
Happy and at peace.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I never said it in these words. I do it a different way, but it's really refreshing to have another way of verbalizing your intent because. And I chose a very challenging person, so I got very warm. It was maybe a little bit too much on the.
Actually, sometimes with my clients, I recommend someone just a little bit irksome, rather than someone too challenging.
Yeah, this is my character. I will always pick the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
But also pleased with myself in a way to
Yeah.
do that, in a way to choose that. And
So
yeah,
sometimes we live our lives very insular. Yeah, well, I say insular. I think especially in this day and age, we're very much sort of in our own little bubbles sometimes, and we forget to communicate with others. I mean, we might communicate about the weather or what's on TV or what work you're doing or whatever, but wishing people well. In England, we have this older tradition to send birthday cards and everything, although that's changing nowadays to Facebook messages. But it's going back to this idea of wishing someone well from the heart, and wishing someone well, even someone who's irritating you, but then opening it up. How does it feel opening up to the whole world? How did you feel on your mountaintop, wishing the whole world the peace and the love?
well, I felt that I, but everyone should do this
Yeah.
without shaming ourselves. But I think it would be very helpful in this day and age even more. So I really I like this part, especially going further than your own parameters. Um, and yeah, for me, it's even more, and maybe that's an extra one on top of what you're saying, like this conversation that we are not having, or not having as in a sincere way, but more like, how are you? Like, how are you? And just saying, yeah, I'm fine. Um, I really felt this coming in, this energy of this check-ins that we can do as for ourselves. So I also was checking in with me. How does my body respond to this situation? And I can see it's more vivid. I feel more warm. My joints feel less stiff. It's like this flexibility that appears. Um, and just this awareness brings me motivation to continue, right? So it's a very good one
Nice.
to keep checking in yourself and reminding yourself that what is the result of doing this, right? So
Good.
to keep trying, or because maybe sometimes it's just a moment you feel all these benefits, and then take these benefits and anchor that in your body, like, oh yeah, I felt really at peace, or my toe that normally hurts, that didn't hurt anymore, or this kind of extra motivations. And also in conversations with others, this genuine checking in, how are you? So really taking a pause in, how are you? And really inviting to say not just, yeah, I'm fine. No,
Yes. Yeah.
this is going on with me.
Mhm.
Um,
I did
and
that. I did that loving kindness meditation in a group of 40 people in a beautiful room, and the energy in it was tangible. It was phenomenal, actually. And at the end, we opened our eyes and we were just smiling at everybody. It was quite fantastic, actually, the energy it can provide, and it never ceases to amaze me how much energy we've got inside that we don't tap into. We don't use our energies every day. We don't use,
right,
like you say, how many people do you smile at a day? How many people do you sort of chat to and just have that communication? I think sometimes it's missing. And that's what I like about this kind of work that we do. We really encourage people to communicate again, and that's what I love. I think the same as you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Communicate with ourselves and others. I think
Mm,
that's. I mean, I think it's verbalizing our connection, because we are connected anyway, but we just don't know anymore because there's so
absolutely.
much chaos around. And yeah, as more we find that presence of that connection, and then verbalize, or do it with touch, or do it with movement, or whatever way of making the world a little bit better, right?
I like it. Would you like your sprinkling? I've got a sprinkling here.
Yes.
I've got my card pack here, you see, with my little card.
Great. Yeah, I love your pack.
Yes, yeah. Okay, and I quite like this one, actually. It's from Asher Roth, who I don't know, but found this lovely quote. And it's, happiness isn't about getting what you want all of the time. It's about loving what you have. And I really love that. What we were telling and talking about today, between us, this idea of, it's always thinking that you don't have enough. And yet here we are spending an hour together and we're both smiling, feeling energized for the rest of the day, kind of thing. And
let's continue good experiences, because that will soften our edges and that's the thing. Thank you for those lovely sunny sprinkle of I'm not saying it right, but that sunny sprinkle
of something. I can't remember what we're sprinkling. Sprinkling a bit of happiness.
Sprinkle of happiness, that's it. So to all you listeners and watchers, thank you
for watching.
And Helen, thank you for also your beautiful guidance through mindfulness. And next time we'll be there again. Let's see what will open up for us to discuss. But till next time.
Two curious blondes, and goodbye.